Hello, everybody. Welcome to the RP Lumber Center. The Highland Bulldogs' third game of the JV campaign. Highland lost 4-0 last night to Alton. Very good Alton. Columbia. I'm sorry. Tonight. I believe Alton is 1-1. Coming off a win last night against Edwardsville South. They also lost to Salta. I think they've lost in the scoop. So, in any case, Fallon is 1-1. Highland is 0-2. Highland trying to get decent. Highland's a little bit less short-handed last night. Still missing a decent amount of players. Cooper Hicks is still out with an injury. I've been told he is close to returning, so hopefully we'll see Cooper next weekend. We also have the Washington, D.C. trip going on, missing a few eighth graders. You have Tyson Hoyt tonight. Highland was particularly short-handed on defense last night with Connell McGrew, Deacon Arabic, and Gus Tolley playing most of the minutes on defense. Just three defensemen. Mark Ammon moved to defense later in the game. Helped out. The defense played very well. Highland was only down 2-0 until very late in that game. Columbia kind of added a couple late goals to make the score slightly more lopsided, but Highland defense played very well last night. Not many scoring chances, and the Columbia goalie played outstanding as well. We'll have Lucas Fry in net after seeing Evan Brennan's season debut last night. I'm going to try to do a better job with the camera tonight, but trying to watch the game, talk about the game, move the camera around at the same time has proven to be a bit of a challenge for me. Nice to be back at RP where they have much better press. This is Jason Hungry. Lucas Fry heading to the starter's net. Nice and Boy. Renko and Maddox Hazelhorse take the ice and forward. Foley and Ravick on defense. Getting ready for the opening face-off. Face-off is controlled by Fallon, who dumps it into the Highland zone. Foley with the puck. Foley plays it to Hoyt. Off of Hoyt's stick. Fallon controls. Foley stands up a player behind the net. Foley battling for it. Hoyt with it along the boards. Hoyt breaking out. Turned over at the blue line. Back on Foley's stick. Foley plays it around. Renko's there. Renko gets it up and that out. Shot in, deflected. Goes wide. Highland having a little trouble clearing their zone. Deacon Ravick with the puck now. Plays it up between Hoyt and Renko, but out of the zone. He plays it to center ice. Hazelhorse gives chase. No icing. We'll play it around. Highland in on the forecheck. Hazelhorse with a poke check. He's got Hoyt in front. He's going to circle now. Plays it back to Resman. Resman also was not here last night, so nice to see Jake Resman back. Resman poke check, but gets it back. Dumps it in deep. Fallon tries to clear. Resman, a nice play at the blue line to hold it in. Skating in. He gets his stick whacked. Bogaki out there as Highland's changing. Mark Ammon going to the ice with adding Weiss. Connell McGrew goes back. Looks like Ammon might be on defense, McGrew. We saw some of Mark Ammon at defense last night. That's going to be a goal for Fallon. Resman tried to pass the puck from behind his own net and hit a Highland player and deflected in. In soccer, that is called an own goal. That hit a Highland player in front and went past Fry, who just was not expecting that. You have the puck behind your own goal. No fouling players in the area. You're not expecting that to reflect on net. Shot on off the face-off. Fry controls, holds it for a face-off. Defensive zone face-off. Highland trails 1-0 early on a pretty bad break. What's a bad break there? We're going to see Hoyt take the face-off with Hazelhorse. Connor Fisher out there pokes at it. Highland turns it over. Fallon shoots wide. Fisher skates along the boards. If Fallon plays it down, that's not going to be icing because Fallon played it. Tyson Hoyt with the puck. Goalie's out of the net. He shoots. Goalie gets a piece of it. Hoyt tries to stuff it in. O'Fallon covers the front of their net. Hoyt skating behind the net. He's got Fisher in front. He's got Hazelhorse down low. Ravik tries to throw it on. That's deflected. Hazelhorse behind the net now. Tolley pinching in. Tolley unable to hold it in behind the net. But O'Fallon dumps it down. That could be icing. Got McGrew and Resman on defense now. With Weiss, Abendroth, and Ammon on the forward line. Weiss wins the face-off to Ammon. Ammon shoots just wide. Weiss chasing. Ammon holds it in. Weiss gets it. Abendroth's in front of the net. They play it back to McGrew. McGrew fires it on. Hits the body. That shot did not make it through. O'Fallon controls. Skating down. Dumps it in. Resman fighting for the puck. McGrew gets it to Ammon. Ammon tries the breakout pass. Comes right back to him. Ammon skating in. Shot. Ammon with a nice shot on. Abendroth got the rebound, but it had a nice backhanded attempt that went wide. Good chance for Highland. Ammon with a nice low shot there. That's gonna generate a lot of rebounds. And Abendroth was driving to the net. Got a good backhander off, but it went wide. Bogacki coming in. Resman now with the puck. Resman shoots. Glove saved by O'Fallon. Highland's had a couple good shifts in a row here. I thought they were a little lackluster their first couple shifts. See Bogacki, Rinko, and Hoyt with Tolley and Aravik. Wins it back to Tolley, who shoots it wide. Aravik's going to keep it in. Oh, Aravik raced to the puck and kept it in, and then he accidentally kicked it out. Good stick there. Hoyt with the puck. Hoyt skating in, weaving between O'Fallon defenders. Hoyt still with the puck. Plays it back to himself off the boards. He's still with the puck. Skating in. Hoyt circling the ice, centers it. Shot on by that was Aravik that took that shot. O'Fallon goalie made the save. 1-0 O'Fallon. It shows Ice Hawks on the board, but this could be the Panthers, I believe. One nothing O'Fallon on a fluke goal that Jake Redmond was trying to clear the pocket, deflected off a Highland skate and went in their own net. Hazelhorse, Weiss, and I believe that's Fisher out there with Foley and Aravik. Aravik backhands it out of the zone. Aravik loses it behind the net, but Highland still controls. O'Fallon centering the flank. Dangerous play there that did not make it through, but they're still battling. Puck still in front of the Highland net. Lucas Fry dives and he covers it and gets a whistle. That puck Did not get through to Fry at first, but it sat there in front of the Highland net for a long time. Lucas Fry finally jumped on it. Which is a very smart play because there were a lot of O'Fallon sticks there whacking away. Weiss wins it back to the corner. Resman with the puck plays it ahead to Hazelhorse. Hazelhorse tries to make a move at the blue line. Hazelhorse shuts down. O'Fallon player keeps the puck, makes a move, shot on, safe right. Highland could do a little better job on their zone exits here. Weiss wins it back. Faceoffs have been better tonight in the early going. We lost a lot of faceoffs last night. O'Fallon centering the puck. That's going to go all the way to the far boards. Victor over skates it. Pass in front. McGrew breaks it up. It clears it, but not out. Shot wide. Hazelhorse trying to get it. Fry backhanded shot. Went on to Fry's net. He cleared it away with a stick. Highland still unable to clear the zone. Here we go. Resman skating out. He's going to dump it in. They wave off icing. Abendroth out there with Hazelhorse, and I believe that's still Fisher. I think Fisher's on the end of his shift here. Well, Hazelhorse goes for a change. Ammon out there now for Hazelhorse. Fisher goes for a change. Weiss. Now that's Tyson Hoyt. We have Hoyt, Ammon, and Abendroth the forwards. Hoyt skating in. Highland was offsides. Tyson lost the puck just momentarily at the blue line, and that put Highland offside. Ravik and Coley on D. Hoyt wins it back to Ravik, who dumps it in. Highland in on the forecheck. O'Fallon plays it behind their net. Ammon chases. Coley dumps it back behind the net. Hoyt's going to get it in the corner. Hoyt loses it, but gets it back to Ammon. Ammon shoots it on, glove save. Abendroth was in front for the rebound, but there was no rebound as the O'Fallon goalie was able to glove that. Nice shot by Mark Ammon, though. Hoyt battling. It's going to come out to Coley, who bangs it back in. Hoyt lifts the stick along the boards. Hoyt takes control. Hoyt centers it off of Abendroth's stick in front. Then Hoyt and Abendroth run into each other. Puck is cleared down, not icing. Highland scrolls. Coley plays it behind the boards. Heyman lifts the Fallon player's stick. Fallon shot on, goes wide, but dangerous rebound as that caromed off the boards and almost bounced back in front of the net. Coley skating down. Ammon's going to peel off and go for a change. The entire Highland forward group is changing. Highland gets their change in and keeps the puck in the zone. Cole Rinko with it now. He's going to battle along the boards. Patton Weiss skating in, shoots. Save, still loose. Highland banging away, but the O'Fallon goalie covers. It's a good forecheck there by Gus Tolley, who's a defenseman, was in the zone all alone as the forwards all went for a change. And he managed to slow O'Fallon down long enough for a whole new forward group to get on the ice, and the puck never left the zone. Rinko plays it back to Resman off the faceoff. Resman to McGrew. McGrew throws it in front. Weiss unable to get a shot off. And a little bit of a bad break there. McGrew tries to hold it in the zone, just barely gets a stick on it, and that negated icing. Rinko is taken down, no call. Rinko was stripped right in front of us, but it was kind of a weird looking play, and they didn't call a penalty. The Fallon player did have her stick, I believe it was, had her stick right between Rinko's legs and did trip him, but Rinko with the puck again. He looks up. Scott Patton Weiss. Good pass by Rinko there. Weiss skating in. Resman is going to get to the puck. Good job of looking up there by Rinko, skating with his head up, saw his teammate. McGrew's going to throw this on. Nice save by the Fallon goalie. Hazelhorse was there for a rebound, but again, no rebound. When Highland played Alton, their first game of the year, it was a 5-4 loss, but all 4 goals were scored in front of the net, so Highland's going to need traffic in front. There's a shot on by, it might have been by Fisher. Saved by the Fallon goalie. Hoyt and Fisher were along the boards. I didn't actually see which one took the shot. Drew tries to throw it on. That's knocked down. Hoyt with the puck. He plays it back to McGrew. McGrew shot. Knocked down. McGrew battling along the boards. McGrew got knocked down twice on that play, but managed to slow down the Fallon player both times. McGrew plays it back to Hoyt. Hoyt takes off. Highland's going to have numbers if they hurry. Hoyt skating in. He's got Bogacki. Tries a saucer pass and broken up by O'Fallon. Tolley intercepts. Tolley. Wow, Tolley lets go of a rocket. Goes just wide of the net. Tolley was able to step into that one, had some momentum towards the net, and let it rip. Highland certainly has the nicer jerseys of these two teams. Highland with the H across the chest, their red jerseys. I believe we've only worn the red jerseys, as we have not technically been the home team yet. Now we're playing O'Fallon in Edwardsville, so if you want to call that a road game. O'Fallon's jerseys look like practice jerseys to me, but Ammon's going to control it off the face-off. He's got Avendroth. They're skating up. Ammon gets around the defender, throws it in front, goes to the far boards. I thought Ammon could just dump that puck in, but he actually got around his defender and led to a nice scoring chance. Fallon skating up the middle of the ice, pass behind its intended target, but out of the zone. Tolley in a foot race. He's going to get to it. Gets it to Ravik. Ravik up. Weiss plays it in. Highland changing. Hazelhorse on now. Pass to Ravik. Ravik in front. Shoot. Shot. I'm not sure if that got through. Ravik still with the puck. Rinko back covering the point. Rinko and McGrew on the point. Ravik in front. Back to Rinko. Rinko to McGrew. Rinko probably should have just shot that puck. McGrew chasing down his man, plays him into the boards. Nice play by Connell. Hazelhorse gets hit, but Highland controls the puck. Patton skating in, a 2-on-2 with Rinko. Fallon breaks up the play. McGrew keeps it in the zone momentarily. Played back out to center ice. Shot off of Ravik, goes behind the Highland net. Backhanded attempt that hits Lucas Fry. He covers for a face-off. Got 12 seconds left in the first period. 1-0 O'Fallon on a fluke goal. Otherwise, it's been a pretty evenly played period. Fallon shot on. I think Lucas Fry got a piece of that. It goes wide. Hazelhorse plays it. Tries to play it to Hoyt. Stuck on his sticks, and now the period will expire. 1-0 after one period. We're not seeing the shots on goal on the scoreboard, and I'm not going to venture a guess what they are. Evan Drennan talking to Lucas Fry briefly. Now Evan Drennan is dancing. I better get that on camera. I think they call this the goalie shuffle. Evan Drennan is tired of dancing. He rejoins the team huddle now. Got Luke Gunter in the house, and nice to see some members of the program supporting the JV team here tonight. Ogaki, Hoyt, and Hazelhorse. It'll be a tougher job to announce it for the Fallon team as they don't have their names on the back of their jerseys. Hoyt skating up the ice. Hoyt coming in. He's got Bogaki and Hazelhorse with him. Plays it back. That's intercepted. Resman and Hazelhorse collide as Resman's leaving the zone, and puck goes back into the Highland end. Resman looking up, sees Bogaki. Bogaki tips it. They wave off icing. Bogaki did tip that on the far side of the red line, but maybe the Fallon player tipped it too. In any case, they waved off icing, and we'll take it. Bogaki tries to play the puck, and it goes down to the other end. O'Fallon skating in. Shot. Save, Fry. Rebound. Another save, Fry. Another shot in the goal. Lucas Fry made two saves there. The first one hit him in the chest, I believe. He couldn't control the rebound. Made a sprawling save on a rebound attempt. Really a great save on the second attempt, but couldn't get to the third one. Highland turned the puck over in their own zone. Kind of led to that whole sequence. I should say turned it over in the O'Fallon zone. A pretty evenly played game, but Highland now trails 2-0. Mark Ammon tries to play it. Puck gets by Coley at the blue line, but Deacon Aravik's back. Aravik battling behind the net. Coley now plays it up. Ammon's there. Ammon's got Coley who falls down, but the puck doesn't get out. Renko unable to beat his man to the puck. Shot deflected high and wide. The foot race between two number 36s there. O'Fallon plays it behind the net. Coley is going to beat everyone to it. Chips it up to Ammon. Ammon gets it out. But O'Fallon rolls. O'Fallon dumps it in. That is offside. So we do have tag up offsides this year. So that play would have been onside if the O'Fallon player had just left the zone and not touched it. But he hits, when the puck hits him and he's in an offside position, they blow that dead. Hoyt, Hazelhorse, Abendroth, forwards, McGrew and Resman on D. Abendroth wins the board battle, dumps it in. Hazelhorse gives chase. Hazelhorse and Abendroth played around the boards. Hoyt pressures the puck. Hoyt and Avendroth in a board battle. Puck came loose, but I don't think either Highland player saw it. So O'Fallon skates out with it. McGrew plays it back down to the O'Fallon zone. O'Fallon controls. Hoyt coming in on the back check. Avendroth gets it out, but again, right to the O'Fallon players. Nothing else he can really do there. O'Fallon shoots it on. Save Fry. Hazelhorse along the boards. Tries to play it up just past Hoyt and just past Avendroth. McGrew now. Fallon player takes a big hit along the boards, but no call. Avendroth plays it in the gut zone and goes for a change. Haddon Weiss comes on. Hazelhorse battling behind the net. Resman, Bogacki has replaced Hoyt. Pulley with the puck. Pulley goes down. So does the O'Fallon player. No call. Resman now crashes into both of them. Resman was about to have a good scoring chance there, and it was broken up by a poke check by the goalie. O'Fallon with a breakaway here. Skating in on Fry. Shot, save. Tolley controls the rebound. Nice save, Lucas Fry, and a good play getting back by Gus Tolley to control that rebound. But Highland wasn't able to do in the last goal. A couple times Highland can't hold it in at the blue line, and it leads to a breakaway for the O'Fallon Panthers. O'Fallon plays it down, and they're going to call icing on this. That's good. I was worried that might have hit a Highland player, but Highland with no goals last night. We got 4 in the first game. No goals yet tonight, about halfway through the second period. This has been a pretty evenly played game. They're not tracking the shots on the scoreboard, but it seems pretty even. Holy throws one just wide after Hoyt won the faceoff. Fallon plays it down the ice. They're going to say that's deflected. They wave off icing. I'm not sure it would have gone far enough for icing anyway. Fallon player winds up, shoots, it's well wide. Ammon gets chase. Hoyt back on the ice. Lucas Fry covers for a face-off. Lucas Fry's been sharp tonight. Fluke goal in the first one, and then a spectacular save on the second one, but on the third attempt, Fallon finally got it by him. That puck is deflected at the blue line, and Mark Ammon chases. That's going to deflect into the Highland players' net. Highland coach caught the puck, and that led to a celebratory dance from Evan Brennan. It's a nice catch. Hoyt wins it back. Ravik skating in. Ravik shoots. Save O'Fallon. Dangerous play there. Ravik made a nice cut to the middle of the ice. Got a shot off, but it was right in the chest of the O'Fallon goalie. Hoyt wins the face-off. Renko tried to play it to McGrew. McGrew played it off on O'Fallon forward and out of the zone. McGrew's got it back now, skating in. McGrew shot. That went through the legs of a O'Fallon defender and on goal. Surprised the goalie. He made the save, but the rebound was there, but Highland was not able to control. Nice shot by Connell. McGrew plays it to Renko. Renko's going to dump it in. Nice play by Cole Renko. Weiss behind the boards. Had the puck momentarily, but it's played to O'Fallon. Weiss still fighting for the puck. McGrew shoots one that's deflected wide. That's going to come out to McGrew. McGrew shoots. At the flex slide. Good pressure here for Highland. That puck went to Maddox Hazelhorse, who got a good shot off. Weiss and Abendroth were there for the rebound. Both were poking away. I'm not sure if they got to the puck or not, but in any case, O'Fallon covered it. Highland's going to keep the same line on the ice, but switch their defensemen. So we got Ravik, Coley, with Weiss, Abendroth, and Hazelhorse. Hazelhorse in front of the net. Weiss wins the draw. Weiss circling the net. Weiss plays it back to Ravik. Puck bounces on Deacon, and he can't keep it in. He maintains control of the bouncing puck. Weiss steals it in front. Weiss skating in, shoot. Nice save by the O'Fallon goalie. Weiss was in all alone. Abendroth with it now behind the net. Battles an O'Fallon player. Gus Foley tried to throw one on, but it didn't make it through, and it's deflected out of the zone. And we got some kind of whistle now. I think the puck might have gone into the O'Fallon bench. Highland changes. Coley and Ravik stay out there. We've got Fisher, Hoyt, and Bogaki. That sounds like a goal to me. Gonna have a defensive zone face-off first, though. Hoyt wins it back to the corner. Hoyt's won a lot of faceoffs tonight. Haddon Weiss has won a lot of faceoffs too. Bogaki gets it out. Vincent skating in. O'Fallon gets it back to the blue line, dumps it in the Highland zone. Totally controls. Foley to Ravik. Ravik. Well, Ravik pushed into the boards. His mother did not like that. I don't know what she yelled, but she yelled something. Ravik chasing back. I think he's going to get back, break up this play for O'Fallon. And a big hit there, and they're going to call a penalty. I think that penalty is on O'Fallon. Coley got slammed into the boards. And he has not gotten up. He is slowly making his way to his feet. Coley's a big guy to get knocked into the boards like that. Highland is going to get a power play. Let's see if they can get some offense going. See, Hoyt, Vincent, Bogaki, Mark Ammon, Connell McGrew, and Jake Resman. Fallon skating down the ice. Hoyt with the puck now. Hoyt keeps it. Hoyt circling. Hoyt back to Resman. Resman back to Hoyt. Hoyt chips it in. McGrew keeps it in with the skate. McGrew throws it on, goes wide. Ammon behind the net now. Ammon playing it around the boards to Hoyt. Hoyt pressured, plays it back to Resman. And a Fallon player has lost a stick. Hoyt skating in. Hoyt shoots. Nice save. Mark Ammon was there, but again, no rebound. This Fallon goalie has done a great job of controlling rebounds. Highland has gotten a lot of shots, but not resulted in many rebounds. Weiss, Hazelhorse. Hoyt stayed out there. Horn went off there after the faceoff. So Weiss is centering this line. Hoyt stayed out there. And Hoyt lets one rip off the faceoff. Rebound to score. That's going to be Maddox Hazelhorse. A nice play right off the face-off. I mentioned that there have not been many rebounds tonight, and Highland finally got one. Maddox Hazelhorse off the shot from Tyson Hoyt. Buries it. Highland with power play goal. He's going to make it 2-1. A Fallon lead. Gus Coley back on the ice after taking that big hit. Hazelhorse causes a turnover, skates in, shot, rebound. When you're not getting rebounds, you need these low, hard shots. It's very hard for a goalie to cover. It's going to bounce off his pads, and there's going to be a rebound. Deacon Ravik fighting along the boards. Hazelhorse, the goal scorer, still there out there. Ravik in on the forecheck. We'll get it. Play it back to Coley. Coley shot, that goes wide. Deacon Ravik was in the area, but unable to pull the puck. It went past Deacon. Fallon skating back, nice back check by Hazelhorse. Shot on, and Lucas Fry covers. Deacon Ravik was really pinching in the zone there from his defensive position. Kind of got caught, and Maddox Hazelhorse had covered the point, is what you're supposed to do. So when Deacon pinches in trying to create offense, another forward has to cover his spot. And Hazelhorse did a good job of that, but he was back defending that, and he's not a defenseman. And he did a good job breaking it up, and then Fry made the save. Hoyt skating in now. He's going to outskate his man. Good score! Not much doing there. It looked like it was just going to be a 2-on-2, and Tyson Hoyt just beat everybody down the ice and skated in on the goalie, put it in on glove side. Just the speed of Tyson Hoyt there led to that goal. Fallon was in a good position to defend that, and Hoyt just beat everybody down the ice. Hoyt wins it to Fisher. Fisher skating in. Fisher to Hoyt. Hoyt rips it on, and that goalie made the save there, but that puck was sitting there for just a second, 5-hole, before he closed his pads and covered it. Highland has tied the game at 2. 2 minutes remaining in the second period. Hoyt, Fisher, and Ammon on the ice with McGrew, Bresnan. McGrew keeps it in. Hoyt with the puck. Hoyt looking around. Hoyt throws it in front to Ammon. Ammon had a shot on. Fisher gets the rebound, and it's covered by the Fallon goalie. Nice play there by Hoyt and Ammon, and Fisher too. Fisher did get to the rebound, but wasn't able to get much on it. Weiss, Bogacki, and Abendroth with McGrew and Resman. Weiss battling behind the net. Resman backhands it in. Abendroth knocked down, but gets to the puck. He's gonna try to play it to Weiss, I believe. Weiss with the puck now tries to jam it in, but a Fallon stick breaks it up. That puck was in Weiss's skates, but he didn't know where it was. I don't know that he would have been able to do much anyway. Puck goes back in. Abendroth goes for a change. Bogacki's got it. Hazelhorse comes on the ice. Fallon dumps it down. This is not going to be hard enough for icing. McGrew makes it back to the puck. McGrew slams into the boards. I don't think there was a penalty there. That was a pretty clean play, but he did go into the boards hard. McGrew lifts the Fallon player's stick. Hoyt's back on the ice. Hoyt weaves between two Fallon defenders. Hoyt with a head of speed. He's got Hazelhorse with him. Hoyt still has the puck. He's got Hazelhorse in front. Throws it in front. That went off Hazelhorse's skate, I believe, but it deflects wide. Hazelhorse around the Boards to Tully. Tully dumps it in deep. Hazelhorse is going to beat everyone to the puck. Hazelhorse is... They're going to call a penalty there. That was kind of a forearm or elbow to the back of the Hazelhorse, knocking him into the boards. Yeah, Hazelhorse was in a vulnerable position there, and you could see the O'Fallon player's forearm and elbow extend as he went almost face first to the board. That's a good call. That's a dangerous play. 24 seconds left in the second period. Highland's going to get a power play. Second time we've seen that on the power play where Weiss will win it to Hoyt, who rips the shot on. First time Maddox Hazelhorse scored on the rebound. This time it went wide. The rest of the rebound. Lucas Fry was anticipating an icing call, but there is no icing on the power play, so this will end the second period. Maddox Hazelhorse got Highland board tonight. Tyson Hoyt has tied it. CJ Weiss talks to the Bulldogs. Brennan and Fry are talking about, I'm assuming goaltending, but you never really know with two goalies get together. Get another dance by Evan Brennan here. I mentioned last night Mark Ammon's election to the homecoming board. I think with dance moves like that, we'll see Evan Brennan on the court next year. All right, we're ready for the third period here at the RP Lumber Center. Highland is still in power play, another minute 36. Hoyt, Weiss, and Hazelhorse. Resman and McGrew. Highland's still missing three key defensemen tonight. Resman tries to jam it in, goes to Hazelhorse. Hazelhorse shot on a glove save by the Ballon goaltender. I believe Gavin Schmidt and Cruz Hornley are on the Washington, D.C. trip. I heard they made their way to Monticello today, home of Mr. Jefferson. And Cooper Hicks is out with an injury, but nearing a return. Cooper was on the ice with the Bulldogs Tuesday for non-contact. But hopefully we'll be there. Resman plays it up to Weiss, right on his tape. Weiss skates in, looks up. He's got Hoyt in front. Got it to Hoyt, shot it just wide. Resman, Hazelhorse battling on the board. Hazelhorse emerges with it. Hazelhorse skating in. Shot, flips over the O'Fallon cage. Back to McGrew, cannot hold the zone. McGrew maintains possession though, plays it to Resman. Resman to Hazelhorse. This puck is sticking on the ice tonight. Several times the Bulldogs have just lost the puck as the puck sticks. Hoyt behind the net. Hoyt to Resman. Resman can't keep it in, but Highland still controls. 23 seconds remaining on the main advantage. They wave off icing. I was worried that we were still on our side of the red line there, but that is dumped down. will not be icing. The power play is just dying now. Be back to even strength in just a second. Here comes the O'Fallon player out of the box. Ravik breaking into the zone. Bogacki can't get a shot off. O'Fallon with numbers if they hurry, but Bogacki and Ravik are back checking. O'Fallon with the puck. Mark Gammon had it momentarily, lost it. They got a shot on, kind of surprised Lucas Fry, who was able to get his glove up and knock it down. Good play by Lucas. Luke, pass up to Benson. Benson tips it. Oh, they're going to call icing there. But Benson is going to negate icing. Gets it before it made it to the red line. Ammon skating. Ammon eyeing up the O'Fallon defense. Ammon's going to play it back out of the zone to Resman. Resman circling. Resman with speed breaking into O'Fallon zone. Gets a shot off. Saved by the O'Fallon goaltender. A little bit of karma there. I didn't think that was icing. I thought that puck was deflected. But the referee had his hand up for icing. But Bogacki, I believe, got to it before it made it to the red line. So Hoyt, Abendroth, and Hazelhorse out there with Resman and McGrew. Resman threw it in front. Might have been deflected by Abendroth. It, I think, went just wide. And that is iced by the O'Fallon Panthers. They've changed the scoreboard from Ice Hawks to Panthers. My guess is we have a O'Fallon parent working the scoreboard who is used to their son or daughter playing for the Ice Hawks. McGrew throws it. McGrew threw it on. It was deflected, kind of a fluttering puck, but it fell down almost at the stick of Maddox Hazelhorse, but the Panther goalie alertly covered that. Face-off won by O'Fallon. Played up on off the boards. Hoyt back to McGrew. Goes past McGrew. Goes down the ice. McGrew battles. Puck comes to Hoyt. Plays it up to Abendroth, who plays it back to Hoyt to get out onto the zone. Hoyt up to Hazelhorse off his stick. Hazelhorse gets it in deep. Abendroth with it now. Abendroth, his pass was broken up. We're going to get a 2-on, well, nearly a 2-on-1, but Madden Weiss jumped off the bench just in time to make it a 2-on-2. Abendroth has gone for a change. Rinko's on. Ammon's out there now. And that puck is covered by Lucas Fry. Good timing. I believe the Highland defenders, Brew and Resman, had been out there for a long time. They probably needed a change. We see Foley and Ravik now on D, I believe. That is Stephen Ravik. Still Ammon, Weiss, and Rinko. Ravik skating in one-on-one, gets a shot off, shot high. Rinko holds it in along the boards. Nice play by Cole. Foley battling. Nice back check by Padden Weiss. Foley's going to merge with the puck. Foley skating in. He can shoot it. Let's see the shot. Good swing. Hard, but well high and wide. Ravik controls. Ravik's going to play it up off of Ammon's stick to Tully. Tully skating in again. See that shot again. That one, goalie might have gotten a piece of that one. It went wide. Not sure if it went wide on its own or if it nicked the goalie's glove. I think it was headed wide anyway. Ravik shoots his man out, gets it back to his defensive partner, Tully. Hey, third time's the charm. Let's see the shot, Gus. This one's on. Shot, rebound, goal! That is Patton Weiss, I believe, getting the goal. Highland takes the lead with 6:54 left in the third period. And Gus Tolley, with that hard, low shot that I've been talking about, you're going to get rebounds because it's going to be a pad save. And Weiss is crashing the net and puts it in. It's important to get those shots on net. You know, hard and low and on net, you're going to get a rebound. And if your teammates are crashing the net, O'Fallon goalie has been very sharp tonight, but not much he could do there. I would venture a guess that Highland is out shooting O'Fallon, but they are not updating the scoreboard. Shot. O'Fallon centers. Nice play by McGrew. It looked like broke that play up. McGrew's leaving the zone with the puck. McGrew bringing it down. McGrew turns it over, but he's got Resman. Resman pinching in. Resman with the puck now. McGrew's back on the point. Hoyt's covering the other point as Resman pinches in. Fisher and Bogaki on the ice. Hoyt runs his player down. Drew plays it up. Fisher has it. Fisher has Hoyt. If he can get it to him. Pass intercepted, but Resman keeps it in the zone momentarily. Fisher had just a little bit more on that pass. Tyson Hoyt was in a good spot. Somebody's lost their stick. Resman skating in. Resman throws it in front. Hoyt shoots and he scores. Highland takes a 4-2 lead. Highland was trailing in this game 2-0. Has now taken a 4-2 third period lead. Tyson Hoyt with the second goal of the game. I believe that was assisted by Resman, but whatever I said 30 seconds ago, that's who passed it to him. Abendroth gets the puck off the draw. Abendroth skates in. He's going to play it in deep. He's out there with Weiss and Hazelhorse. Hazelhorse and Abendroth battle along the boards. Abendroth takes a hit. O'Fallon tries to dump it down. That should be icing, but the O'Fallon player is going to get to it. They had waved off icing as the puck didn't have much on it. The O'Fallon fans won a penalty, but no call. Well, now they're going to send Foley to the box because we've seen this ref before. He was not going to call a penalty. And then the O'Fallon player was down, and the O'Fallon fans were calling for a penalty, and they get the call. It might have been a penalty, but he was not making that call initially. His arm did not go up. We've seen this ref before, and this is the guy you can talk into a call. Again, it was a big hit along the boards. It might have been a penalty, but the referee's arm did not go up when the play actually happened. Highland clears the zone. Highland has Weiss, Hazelhorse, Noravik, and Resman out there. Shot from the neutral zone, bounces on net. Lucas Fry covers, no rebound. It's a pretty harmless shot, but you want to make sure there's no rebound there, and Lucas Fry did a good job covering that. Weiss won the face-off, but O'Fallon quickly controls. Highland plays it around. O'Fallon's going to keep it in the zone. Shot, Hazelhorse. Nice play by Maddox Hazelhorse. Deflects that shot, gets control of it, and shoots it down the ice. Highland's going to change. Tyson Hoyt coming on for Patton Weiss. Resman and Ravik still out there. Hazelhorse still out there. Hoyt battles behind the net. Hoyt is not a big kid, but he will throw his weight around. He has grown. He is tall, but he is not afraid to mix it up. Shot wide. Resman chasing it. O'Fallon centers. Deacon Ravix there. He breaks it up. He's got Hazelhorse, but his pass is behind him, but it works out just fine as he goes down the ice. Highland finishes their chain. Well, Tyson Hoyt steals it. Tyson Hoyt steals the puck in the O'Fallon zone, skating behind the net. He's got Mark Ammon. He plays it back to Resman, and that's fine. That's going to kill some of this penalty. Resman to Ravik. Ravik shoots it around the boards. Nice play by Tyson Hoyt there. That probably killed another 15 seconds off this penalty. I believe the O'Fallon fans called roughing and talked to the roughing. Ammon battling on the boards. He's got two O'Fallon players hitting him. And Resman comes in and knocks down an O'Fallon player. Ammon clears it out. Nice play by Mark Ammon. Highland getting a change. Rinko's on the ice now as the penalty has expired. Back to even strength. 2:53 remaining in this game. Highland leads 4-2. Ravik, Rinko, Weiss, Resman, and Fischer. Ravik skating. Ravik nearly fell down, and now he does with a little bit of help from the O'Fallon player. Deacon tried to cut towards the net, cut it back outside, lost his balance. Almost fell down. He kept his balance, but then he was checked to the ground. O'Fallon skating in. Connell McGrew getting back. Oh, Connell McGrew breaks up the play. He did lose his stick. Good play by McGrew there. Well, McGrew did a nice job of not taking a penalty there, and then he almost got into a fight. McGrew lost his stick and got into a subbing match behind the net, and turned into some pretty aggressive subs, but this was after a great play to break up a breakaway. And I don't know if cooler heads prevailed or if they just skated away from each other because the play moved on, but no penalty and a fantastic defensive play there by Connell McGrew to break up a scoring chance for O'Fallon. Evan draws with the puck, plays it into the O'Fallon zone. Highland's going to go in on the forecheck. Hoyt unable to hold the zone, but it goes to Tully. Tully to McGrew. McGrew's got a man on him, plays it in. That's a smart play. Avendra, Tully, McGrew, Hoyt, and Bogatti. Fallon player taken down in the corner. He's a little shaken up. He's heading to the bench. Tyson Hoyt leaving the zone now with the head of steam. 2-on-2 with Avendra. He splits the defenders. Skates in. Tyson Hoyt beat two defenders. Literally skated right between them. Got a shot on net. There was a rebound momentarily, and Avendra was crashed in the net, but didn't get there in time, and the O'Fallon goalie covered it up. This game has turned a little more physical in the third period, which you would expect. Both teams fighting for the win. 1 minute and 16 seconds left. Highland up by 2 goals, looking for their first win of the season. Ravik, Resman, Hazelhorse, Weiss, and Ammon. Resman plays it to Ravik. Ravik up too far for Ammon. Fallon controls. Fallon dumps it in. Resman with the puck. Resman turns it over in front of Fallon, shooting it. Skating in, shoots just wide. Highland, second time Highland's turned it over in front of their own net. Almost cost them a goal. Hazelhorse dumps that in deep. That is often a Fallon player, no icing. 38 seconds remaining in the game, 33 now. Fallon skating in. Fallon plays it in the corner. Tyson Hoyt's out there. Fallon throws it in front. Shot. It's going to deflect wide. Not much on that shot. Tyson Hoyt behind the net. Ravik and Resman. Fallon centers. Highland got a stick on it. Fallon still with the puck. Still loose in front. Jamming away. Saved by Fry. Comes out to the point. Another shot. That's knocked down by Resman, but still loose. And that is going to do it. That is the first Highland win of the year. First win in the career of Lucas Fry. First of many, I'm sure. See, we had Hazelhorst, Weiss, and Hoyt scoring tonight. 2 goals for Tyson Hoyt. And, well, the Bulldogs line up for handshake, goalie first. Also a goalie last. The winning goaltender should always line up first. Also the losing goaltender should, but definitely the winning goaltender. And that will do it, guys. We will see you. I'm pretty sure we have a game or two next weekend. I haven't checked the schedule, but I'm sure I wouldn't be doing anything else on a weekend. So, Bulldogs win this one 4-2.